A moment caught on camera has stirred up a whirlwind of emotions among fans around the world. Wang, the charismatic star of Meteor Garden, was seen gazing at Shen Yue with such intensity that it has the entire internet asking, what secret is being revealed? Before we dive into this emotional roller coaster of speculation, memories, and subtle confessions, be sure to subscribe right now so you never miss another twist in this unfolding story of love, loyalty, and long-held feelings. The video clip is only a few seconds long. Dylan and Shen Yue were attending a recent public event, an awards show reunion featuring several former co-stars. In the midst of all the flashing lights, photographers, and scripted interviews, there was a candid moment that seemed unscripted, raw, and real. Shen Yue, radiant in a soft pastel dress, laughed at something a fellow actor said. Dylan, seated a few chairs away, wasn't laughing. He wasn't distracted. He wasn't even pretending to look around. His gaze, deep, intense, and unwavering, was locked entirely on Shen Yue. The clip quickly made its way to fan pages and forums. One slowed it down, zoomed in, and added music. Another dissected it frame by frame, pointing out how Dylan blinked slower, how the corners of his mouth tugged into a smile when Shen Yue wasn't even looking at him. The internet went wild. Has Wang been silently harboring feelings for his former co-star all this time? For fans of the 2018 hit Meteor Garden, this wasn't just any moment, it felt like a scene from the show coming to life. Their on-screen chemistry as Dao Mingxi and Dong Shankai was electric, passionate, and undeniable. But off-screen, the pair shared a teasing friendship that left room for endless speculation. Interviews often showcased their witty banter and subtle physical comfort around each other. But this new footage, the intensity of Dylan's gaze, spoke of something deeper, more emotional, and maybe even unspoken love. One fan commented, "That's not just friendship in his eyes. That's years of holding something in." Another replied, "His look says, I've always seen you, even when no one else did." Theories flooded social media. Was this the moment he realized what he felt all along? Was he about to finally confess something fans have hoped for since the beginning? But this isn't the first time Dylan's body language has raised eyebrows. During promotions for Meteor Garden, fans noticed he would often position himself subtly towards Shen Yue, even when others were talking. He'd hand her the mic, look for her reactions first, and once, in a now famous clip, gently moved a strand of her hair out of her face while she was answering a question. Shen Yue had blushed, laughed it off. But Dylan? He had simply smiled, quietly, like he was exactly where he was meant to be. Still, despite years of fan wishes and shipping speculation, the two stars never confirmed any romantic involvement. Shen Yue remained quiet about her private life, and Dylan often deflected dating questions with humor. But their interactions, especially the small, quiet ones, spoke volumes. And now, with this new footage resurfacing, fans believe it's no longer just speculation. Something is shifting. At the same event, a journalist asked Dylan casually, "Are you currently seeing anyone?" His response was simple yet loaded, "There's someone I think about often." He didn't smile. He didn't joke. He looked down, almost like the answer had escaped before he could filter it. Fans immediately believed he was talking about Shen Yue. Later that same week, Shen Yue posted a cryptic caption on Instagram, "Some looks don't need words." Paired with a picture of a sunset and her silhouette, it sent fans into an emotional spiral. Was she responding to the viral clip? Was this her quiet confirmation that something long held in the shadows might finally be stepping into the light? Internet detectives got to work immediately, tracing every interaction the two had in the last year. They discovered both had visited the same restaurant weeks apart, one known for being a private date spot among celebrities. They also noted that Dylan had followed a fan page dedicated to Shen Yue's behind-the-scenes footage, only to unfollow a few hours later. Was it accidental, or a moment of vulnerability? Even more intriguing, several fans reported spotting Dylan at a boutique where Shen Yue had recently collaborated on a fashion line. An employee reportedly overheard him saying, "She always looked good in pastels." Whether true or not, the quote made headlines and only intensified public curiosity. And then came the interview that shook everyone. Dylan sat down with a respected Chinese journalist for a one-on-one feature. When asked about emotional maturity and personal growth, Dylan paused. "Sometimes," he said, "we take for granted the people who understand us the most." And Shen Yue? Observers have noticed she hasn't denied any of the speculation this time. No clarifying posts. No sarcastic dismissals. Just calm silence. Almost like she knows the world is finally seeing what she's always known, that Dylan sees her, not the celebrity, not the character she once played, but her. What makes this story so compelling is that it's not just about two stars. It's about timing, growth, emotional maturity. It's about the courage to love someone even when the world is watching, even when you've waited so long that you forgot what it feels like to be hopeful again. It's about Dylan Wang standing in a crowded room, not distracted by fame, not looking at flashing cameras, but focusing on the one person who's always mattered to him. Many fans believe a formal announcement is coming. Perhaps not today. Perhaps not tomorrow. But soon. A joint interview, maybe. A surprise reveal in a new magazine spread. Or even just a quiet moment. A photo posted without explanation, letting the picture speak for itself. And when that day comes, it will feel like the conclusion of a story we've all followed for years, one written not in dramatic confessions, but in small glances, soft words, and the kind of unwavering gaze that could only belong to someone who has loved from the beginning. Until then, fans continue to rewatch that viral clip, slowing it down just enough to catch every flicker of emotion in Dylan's eyes. They pause on the exact moment when Shen Yue turns her head and catches him looking, and how she smiles in return, not surprised, not confused. Just warm. Comfortable. Like she's seen it before. Like she's always known. Whatever secret is being revealed now, it's one the fans have long suspected. But hearing it from Dylan, seeing it unfold naturally, has made it feel all the more powerful. Because sometimes, the realest love stories aren't the ones shouted from rooftops. They're the ones whispered with eyes, with gestures, with years of quiet loyalty. So as we wait, one thing is certain, something has shifted. Something long buried is finding its way to the surface. And Dylan Wang's gaze, the look that launched 1,000 theories, is just the beginning. Stay tuned, because when the truth finally breaks free, it might just be the love story that fans across Asia and beyond have been waiting for. And if it is, then this moment, this silent, powerful, beautiful gaze, will be remembered as the moment the truth began to rise. And if you don't want to miss it when that truth finally comes out, be sure to hit that subscribe button right now. Because the story of Dylan and Shen Yue? It's far from over. In fact, the best part might still be on the way.